Yes, guys, welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. This is your match preview. Brentford, the Bees versus Liverpool at the GK Stadium on Saturday, 3 o'clock, the day after my birthday. So please, Liverpool, give me a birthday present, right? Let's shut the Gooners up a little bit until next week and just get that win. Smash that like button, get your lineup predictions in, your score predictions in for this one. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Couple of stats for you. Brentford have won just one of their 7 Premier League meetings with Liverpool, losing the last 4 in a row since a 3-1 win in January 2023. We remember that one, don't we? One of Klopp's very much low periods as a Liverpool manager. I think it was off the back of a defeat at Wolves and Brighton. It was a really difficult spot for Liverpool. But Liverpool have scored in all 7 of their Premier League meetings with Brentford, 17 goals in total, whilst also keeping 4 clean sheets in those games as well. And as we know, Liverpool are unbeaten in the last 7 Premier League games against London teams, winning 5, drawing 2. In English Football League history, no side has ever scored 5+ goals in 3 consecutive away games in the capital. That comes after the West Ham 5-0 win and the Tottenham 6-3 win. But Brentford have lost 5 of their 7 Premier League games against sides starting the day at the top of the table. And yes, they got a great point last night against Manchester City, which I was happy about, but I want that good form to end on Saturday if possible. This is a massive game. How big is this game for the Reds? I mean, can't afford to drop any more points now. Arsenal closing the gap. Yes, we've still got the game in hand, but 4 points doesn't sound as comfortable as 11 points, as we know. Too many draws are costing us, but we need to turn that around. This is the game that we absolutely must win. So, my message to the team is win no matter what. Just win. I do not care how we win this football game. I just need the 3 points. So, for Liverpool, the lineup prediction is as follows. It will be Alisson in goal, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Maybe there's a shout to start Tsimikas. Again, I'd just about edge it to Robbo, but if you think the opposite, then please let us know in the chat. This is probably one of the most contentious spots in the team right now, the left-back position. Who do you go with, right? Is it Tsimikas? Is it Robbo? Let me know in the chat. The midfield, I thought Ryan Gravenberch was the only good player. Maybe alongside Virgil van Dijk against Forest the other night. At centre-back, at right-back, I'm sure he'd play there if he was asked to. He just churns out performance after performance. So he's almost the first name on the team sheet at the minute. Him alongside McAllister. And then just ahead of them, I'd still go Dominic Szoboszlai, who had a decent game against Forest, but in those moments where we needed him to flash it across the keeper, he went for the pass. I want to see a bit more authority when you're moving towards the goal. Go for a shot. We've seen the rocket shots from Szoboszlai in the past. You haven't really seen many of them recently. So Szoboszlai keeps his position, but again, I think a lot of fans are frustrated at the fact that we didn't see Harvey Elliott off the bench the other night. Gives you that angle, bit of a different angle with that left foot centrally. Can he clip it over the top? Can he find the ball? Can he shoot from range? He has to play some part in this game for me. He has to. Curtis Jones is there as well. Endo can come on, of course, at centre-back as well, and to shore up the midfield if we need it. And then I'll be honest, I think the Diaz as a number 9 experiment is over, or at least it's paused for the minute. I don't think it worked against Forest. Milenkovic and Murillo, 2 very aggressive defenders that it just didn't really work against. We expected him to drop off in them pockets a little bit more, but they had him on lock and he had a really poor game. So I will go with Cody Gakpo on the left, Diogo Jota through the middle, and then Mo Salah on the right, who also had a super quiet game. 16 of his 18 Premier League goals this season have come in the second half. So I'd like a massive first half performance from Liverpool, please. I don't want to concede the first goal. Yes, we might have the most points in the league from clawing back losing positions, which is great. Shows the character, shows the mentality. But I want the first goal and the second goal. I really want to have a solid, aggressive first half performance from Liverpool. That sets the tone for the second half, especially when Wissa and Mbeumo are on fire right now. And these are the 2 names that I'm picking out, right, that we have to contain. Very similar to Nottingham Forest. They go direct. As soon as they get the ball, they go direct. They look for one of these guys on the counter-attack, and it works, people, right? We've seen against Man City the other night how it worked. And it's got to the stage now where Liverpool know about these two dangerous players for Brentford, but now it's about actually dealing with them and shutting them up and making sure they don't score. Because it does seem like, at the minute, Whistle and Bremer score in most games. So it's a massive game. Defensively, we've got to be so strong. You've got to ensure that you're getting out to your man. There can't be any of this standoffish kind of defending. You've got to go in and make sure the first tackle is clean and win the ball back, and then we can start our own counter-attack. You've got to make sure that offensively you're putting your chances away. This was a great game at the GTEC last year. It was 4-1 in the end. It was actually a pretty crazy game. It didn't really reflect the 4-1 scoreline, but Núñez scored in it. He's back. He'll be on the bench on Saturday alongside Luis Diaz probably. And it was actually a game that Diogo Jota got injured in. So touching wood that Diogo gets through this one clean, with a clean bill of health. And like I said, I'm desperate for this win. I've turned into desperately begging for Liverpool to just bring that 3 points home, because at the minute, 2 draws in a row. You know, you can look at the Newcastle draw, the Fulham draw. That's too many draws at the minute. So let's get that W back on the board. Gives us a little bit more confidence going into the Ipswich game next week. We've obviously got Lille at home as well. So I need a win, please. For them, Ethan Pinnock still out, De Silva still out, and Aya still out, Hickey still out as well. But you know, they'll be looking to deal with Liverpool regardless of that. For Liverpool, though, the only player that should be out, injuries or suspension, is Joe Gomez, and he's looking to return at the start of February. But that team, is that the team that's going to win it? And if it isn't, in the second half, we know Liverpool wake up, we could see the likes off the bench of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and I think that should be enough to win the game. So I'm going to go with a 3-1 Liverpool win in this game. Again, maybe that doesn't reflect the full game. These 3-1 wins that Liverpool have had a lot of under Jurgen Klopp, a lot of the time it was the other team scoring the first goal and then we come back and win the game, which is fine. And of course I'd take that right now. But it's the mentality for me. And I do think Alisson, since he's come back, I think he's seen 20 odd shots and at least half of them have gone in. I'd love a clean sheet in this game as well, if possible. And when you're looking at their players on each wing that can really hurt you, we've got to be awake, we've got to be alert. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. There's no excuses for the timings. And I'll emphasise it again. This is an absolute crucial match for Liverpool to go and win. If Liverpool do drop points, straight after the 5:30 kickoff is Arsenal-Aston Villa. So again, no slip-ups, no drop points to allow Arsenal to go 1 point behind Liverpool. And then it really does get tasty then going into the end of the season and the business end of the season. So I'll go 3-1. Let me know in the chat. Score predictions, please. Line-up predictions. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? I'm going to be at this game. I will have an instant match reaction video for you from outside the GTEC stadium. So looking forward to being there, right? Really looking forward to going to this game. It was a very happy hunting ground for Liverpool last season. Let's repeat that this season and get the win by any means necessary. Win this game, Reds, right? No messing around, knowing how good they are on the counter-attack as well. And let's not lie, right? They had an unbelievable, and still do have a great home record that was blotched a little bit by the Plymouth win in the FA Cup third round. They did lose to Forest as well, but they've picked themselves back up with a really courageous draw against Man City, and Wissa and Norgard with the goals there in the last 10 minutes. So you've got to be switched on. I want to see clinicalness. Here's 3 things that I want to see from Liverpool for this game. A good first half performance, a clean sheet, and clinicalness. Show no mercy. Get them goals in the back, get them balls in the back of the net, and let's try and pull away a little bit if we can, knowing that Arsenal play straight after us. So the pressure is then back on to Arsenal if Liverpool do win. 3-1 I'm going with. Let me know in the chat what you think. And like I said, I'm at this game. The atmosphere is going to be unbelievable in that away end. Can't wait for it. But just win. If it's a 1-0, a 2-1, I don't care. Go and win this game. This is where your character is tested. What metal have you got? What bottle have you got to go on and show people, even after a dip, that was just a dip. It isn't a prolonged run of form, poor. You go back into this game and win it. That's what I'd love to see on Saturday. So, people, Brentford-Liverpool on Saturday in the Premier League, an absolute triple must win. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Take care.